There is no way a president should be allowed to build a cathedral, a church, or listen, there's no way a president should be allowed to build a church on state grounds, okay, using state funds, okay, taxpayers' money. Even if it's not taxpayers' money, I think it's very important to um, let the people know where the source of this money. Guys, so many times I come on my channel here, I talk about Kenya and then Nigeria. Whatever Kenya is today, Nigeria has been there. Okay, Nigeria has been there. Right now, Kenya has a population. You control your population. There was a time in Nigeria we controlled our population. The government, through some measures, were able to control our population. Okay, now we are out there, out of control. There was a time in the early 80s, there's religion, there's politics. They never mix. Maybe at some point they did. We had a perfect society as a Nigerian. Okay, we had a perfect society. But when the government now realized that it's easy to massage people's emotion, because they failed in so many other ways, they now began to use religion. They built mosque and church on state grounds, on federal government grounds, on the state house itself. Where are we today as Nigerians? As a country, where are we? What has that done for us? Listen, guys, I'm not against President Ruto. I'm not, I'm not even Kenyan, but I'm Kenyan, if you know what I mean. Okay? But the thing is that President Ruto is not doing well. Maybe he's doing well, but, he's not really performing up to the expectation or living up to the promises he made during the campaign to become president. I think he's learning from other African leaders, especially West Africa, because this nonsense does not happen where they mix religion and politics. It doesn't happen so much, really so much in other parts of Africa, but it happens mainly in West Africa. It happens in West Africa because Nigeria, the proximity of Nigeria and other West African countries, they were able to spread this thing around West Africa. When in Kenya's case now, the president is building a church. That's what it says in the news on state grounds. He's not doing well in ratings. He's not doing well by current happenings. But he has to build a church to appeal and to massage the sensitivity of Christians in Kenya. I understand in Kenya, it's not only Christian. They have a sizable population of Muslims. Okay? Same thing in Nigeria. But my issue here is that I am even trying as much as I can to run away from the problems of Nigeria and attach myself to Kenya. Now, Kenya is now trying to become Nigeria. There is no way. Okay, there's no way. Listen, guys, I've said it. I'm the only Nigerian who is able to be straightforward with these things. Because a lot of Nigerians are afraid, are stupid, are timid to point out these things. They sit down. In their mind, if they cannot do it, God is going to come down from heaven to come and do it for them. They have been waiting since 1983. It has not happened. Look at what we are as a country, Nigeria. So why would William Ruto, despite what is happening now, the back and forth between the Gen Z and the government, the killing of innocent citizens, the abductions of innocent citizens, youth, why would he still find time to go and build How much is it? Is it 1.2 billion shillings? That money can be put into SHA and other infrastructures, other areas, even in education. But he's building a church there. What is the purpose? Why? Why, you may ask? I don't know. But what I'm happy about is that Kenyans are speaking up. In Nigeria, nobody speaks up. The opposition and the government, they are in bed together. We don't have an effective opposition in Nigeria. It's practically dead. So we are left on our own. I'm trying to run to Kenya. And Kenya is now trying to become Nigeria. There's no way. Listen, like I was saying, I'm the only Nigerian who is able to tell you these things because I've lived it. I've seen it. I've seen us go progressively down the drain. Today, if you take away Afrobeat and Nollywood from Nigeria, Nigeria will disappear from the face of, like Nigeria will just exist as a shell. The things that put us on the map is Afrobeat, Nollywood, and maybe sports. All those three things I've mentioned has no connection with the government. That means our government is useless, non-existent. Okay? Useless government. I understand if maybe President Ruto wants to build not a cathedral, maybe like some place like a prayer, like a general purpose auditorium where the Christians in Kenya can go pray. The Muslims in Kenya can go pray at the same venue. You understand? But why on earth would you? I mean, I think I heard that it has some. So it's not. It has some crosses, and so it's building a Christian prayer center, prayer whatever on the state grounds. 6,000. Is it capacity? 8,000 capacity. 8,000. 8,000. It's like Kasarani Stadium. I'm sorry. Kasarani Stadium is 60,000. So I'm just saying, why 8,000 people on state ground? From where are they going to come from? Could this be money laundering? Could this be an avenue for Ruto to appease to Christians the way Nigerian presidents appease to religious Nigerians? They are not doing the things you voted them for to do. They are not performing. They are not performing in foreign affairs. They are not performing domestically well. But they will massage your desires with religion. Look at where Nigeria is. Guys, we are still ranked the poverty capital of the world, despite everything we have. What has religion done for us? Listen, guys, if you have been following my channel for quite a while, you would think that I'm not religious. No, probably I'm even closer to God than most pastors. I just hate nonsense. I just hate the commercialization of religion, especially Christianity. Islam doesn't do that. Okay, then why do we allow politicians? Why do we allow politicians to now come out and, use state funds to build worship centers on government property? Not just government property, but on state house. Like I've said, if you want to know where Kenya will be in the next 15, 20 years, you don't need to go far. Watch my channel. Look at Nigeria. We kept quiet. We kept quiet over the years. We kept quiet because we have been subdued with religious teachings. We have been manipulated to think that we don't have any power on earth to do anything. We have to wait on God to come down and help us. It's not going to happen. But we Nigerians are thick-headed. It's very hard to tell a Nigerian to think for himself. It's very hard for you to tell a Nigerian that there are certain things that God has given you the ability to do. You don't have to wait on God to come and do these things for you. Okay? I know Kenyans are I keep saying this, it's not that I'm trying to massage your ego. No, Kenyans are very intelligent people. And why? Because they always, if things are not going well in the country, in the government, they come out and talk, they fight. They fight. In Nigeria, we don't do that. We don't do that. We don't do that. Up till today, despite all the failures in Nigeria, despite all the backwardness in Nigeria, 80%, not what is 80? 90% of Nigerians still believe 100% of what the government tells them. A presidential candidate or a governorship candidate can come out and say, I'm going to put borehole here. I'm going to give you this. Nigerians will not question. They will say, the guy will come in and do his 4 years or 8 years and go. Nothing happens. He came in poor. In that 4 or 8 years, he has married 2 or 3 wives in addition to what he has had. He has destroyed the former house he had, built a bigger mansion there, sent his children school abroad. Nigerians keep quiet. We sit down there, we keep quiet. We say, God has done it for him. Let God come and do it for me too. Nonsense. Nonsense. That's why I believe in Kenyans. That when nonsense like this comes up, the citizens will not take it. The citizens will always speak up. The citizens will never remain quiet. The citizens will not turn to God and wait for God to come and do magic. Because in Nigeria, they have turned God into a magician. My life right now is straightforward. Even my belief in God, I surround myself with God. I'm better than a lot of Nigerian pastors. I say it. Anytime I can go to any altar on earth, any altar in Nigeria, and tell you that I'm better than your pastor. God is in me more than he is in your pastor. Because I'm not deceiving Nigerians. I'm not deceiving members. Okay? In Nigeria, the government fails you. The government refuses to give you basic things like security, good roads, clean water, housing. Government does not do that. When Nigerians go to church on Sunday, they have what they call prayer points. All of these things I've said, Nigerians will be asking God to give them electricity. How stupid is that? Nigerians will be asking God to come and fix the road for them. How stupid is that? Nigerians, if they want to travel from here, maybe from, let's say from Nairobi to Eldoret, they will stand there and pray for God to come and cover the tires with his Holy Spirit. Meanwhile, the road that they are driving was not maintained by the government they voted for. So instead of them to hold that government accountable or responsible, they will, they will ask for magic God to come and do it for them. You won't hear this from anybody. I'm the only Nigerian who is here. That's why Nigerians are, I don't know if they are afraid of me or they are scared of me, but I don't buy nonsense. Because our country was better before the overtaking or before the saturation of commercial religion. We're better than this. What's wrong with my mic? We're better than this. Okay, we are better, mediocre people. Look, we voted our president in 2023. 2027, there's going to be election. He has failed us from beginning to Z. Nigerians are still going to vote for him. I know with all of this thing that's happening in Kenya, if President Ruto wins his re-election, it's going to be by the I don't know, I was going to say by grace of God, but by some weird alchemy, he becomes your president again. But if he fails, it means that the people came out and said, we don't want this, we want something else. In Nigeria, no, with all of this nonsense, the president, who is about 87 years old, is going to still become rulers. We sit down there. We sit down there. Guys, I have to go. I ran so much, but like, comment, and subscribe. Listen, to subscribe to my channel is free. Okay? If you like what I'm about, subscribe. Okay? Simple as that. Like, just the thing, thing there, just click the like button. Okay? And I welcome comment, because if you look at my comment, I respond to each and every comment. I have that time to do it. Okay? So, and that, because that allows me, gives me the opportunity to know my subscribers more. Okay? So, it's 4th of July here. I wish you guys a very wonderful day. I might come up with another video tomorrow. A video about, I'll keep the title to myself. All right, guys. Have a good day.